Welcome you all in this educational video of NIOS. This is Subject Library and Information Science. Code number for this subject is 339. This video is for senior secondary level. We are doing lesson number 10. Name of the lesson is Processing of Library Material, Classification and Cataloging. This video is part 5. Library classifications. We already understood that there are some classification types. DDC we have understood and CC we already have understood. So there are some schemes of library classifications which we should be aware. So the one type of library classification is Bliss bibliographic classification, and the second type of library classification is CC. It was suggested by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. This is his sign name. We already have read in the previous lesson that he was the father of library. He suggested this classification type in the year 1933. The third type of classification is DDC, which is Dewey Decimal Classification. It was suggested by Melville Dewey in the year 1876. Now this is the fourth type of library classification, which is Library of Congress classification. In brief, we call it as LC. It was suggested by Library of Congress in the year 1902. And the fifth type of library classification is UDC. It was suggested in the year 1905. Now let us understand the DDC classification type. You can see the image of Melville Dewey. He originally suggested this classification type in the year 1876. As we talked about DDC, it is a classification type. So, enumerative scheme of classification and subjects can be assigned numbers directly from the scheduled charts and tables. Point 2. The universe of knowledge divided in basically 10 main classes with further subdivisions accompanied by decimal notation. For example, if the numbers are from 1 to 10, then the further subdivisions would have number like under the category 1, there would be 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So now let us understand point 3. Notation repeats patterns and develops subjects with parallel constructions. So this is the classification type. In this we use different notations, and sometimes the notations are repeated and accordingly the name is given and the classification is done. Point 4. Repeats standard subdivisions so that it is easy to browse the shelves in a logical way. Now let us understand the main features of DDC. Let me explain you in points. Point 1. DDC uses of pure Arabic numerals in notation. Point 2. Uses of decimal to specify subject terms that is specific. Point 3. DDC scheme is compact and available in 4 different volumes. Point 4. Availability of mnemonic devices that facilitates easy recall of classification number. Point 5. DDC employs 3 minimum digits to the left of the decimal. So this is one of the important feature which we all should be aware. Point 6. Availability of relative index for the diverse material in the schedule. Now these are some of the main classes of DDC. Basically, there are 10 broad classes. So DDC arranges the universe of knowledge into 10 broad classes. And further, each main class is divided into 10 divisions, and then each division is further divided into 10 subdivisions until all the subject terms have been specified. Point 3 explains that the first summary contains the 10 main classes. The fourth point explains the first digit in each 3-digit number represents the main class. Now here you can see the list which we already discussed earlier. These are all the codes for different subjects. So they are used as it is. You can understand by going to the library and try to see yourself all these code numbers with the subject names, so that you can easily understand that these numbers are used in all the libraries. And this slide which you can see on screen is the tables in DDC. It is used as it is all over the world. Thank you.